just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Marshall Thundering Herd will go on offense first to start this game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he's making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football, so we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Boston. Picks up the first down. Maybe a crease. Touchdown, Marshall! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And this defense really wanted to come out and set the tone and be physical, but the offense did that. They took control. They owned the line of scrimmage. They create the big explosive run on the first drive to really set the tone in this football game.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Georgia Southern's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this sophomore tight end, without question, is one of their most reliable playmakers. He's coming off a game in which he had 3 catches, 2 of them wound up in the end zone in their victory. On the ground, it's tied. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The give on the counter. Let's talk for a second about Georgia Southern. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
Keeps it on first down. He'll toss it. There he goes. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davenport. Tried to set up the screen, and the defense wasn't having it.
And listen, the play call, he didn't get anywhere. The fullback got no yards, but I do like the offensive willingness to throw him the football. Make everybody a target, right? Find everybody on the field. He's usually blocking. Sometimes you can sneak in there and make a big play.
Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Pulled and fired complete. All right, guys, let's chat for a minute about Marshall. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a 3-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Looking to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. That'll be enough for a fresh set of gets it to the 32. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Marshall comes to the line way behind the sticks here on 2nd and long. Finds the tight end. Still running at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive. Off play action on 1st down. He unleashes a long one. Makes a grab for a big play. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He'll take it himself. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys. Got it! And he will score! No!
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting the scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on the score on this next possession.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Makes it past the marker. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. Guys, it is Marshall carrying the lead into the quarter break. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Georgia Southern brings on the punt team. This will be a 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
It just took the quarterback a little too long to find his tight end that time. He's out there by the sideline, wide open. If the quarterback can just get it to him a hair sooner, he's going to have a chance to advance that thing forward, and they're going to get more yards. So the quarterback just has to be able to make his decision a little bit quicker moving forward.
Marshall will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got enough for the first. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. He's going to run it. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They feed him again. Just steamrolling the defense. He's got 69 yards rushing in this one and within striking distance of a 1,000-yard season. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended...
Breaks into the open. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long. Georgia Southern in a hurry. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal. The Eagles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Georgia Southern. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Makes the grab. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
Marshall doing damage through the air and now back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. Runs through a tackle. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I'm putting that one in my back pocket. I'm going to star it. I'm going to highlight it. That blitz came home. We are going to need that down the road, and I'll be ready to call that one.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Marshall will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Georgia Southern's offense comes out to get this drive started. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Gets the first himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul. Defense.
It's been said. Over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Oh, they're after him. Fakes the grab on the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down. And the Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The option, the keeper. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job on the defense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out to the right. He makes the grab, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Southern.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Running inside. It's Boston. Just keeps moving. Maybe some room here. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a 1st down. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Wants to go right back downfield. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
On third down, he drops to throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on fourth down. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. Here comes the heat.
Plays are going to break down, but that never seems to affect this quarterback. He's so athletic and so fast. He's able to avoid the pass rush, get himself on the perimeter, and now he's just using his God-given ability and his arm talent to make big-time throws.
Bring in the heat. He'll pull it down. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. The pass is incomplete and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And here in the second quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here.
Lofts one high and deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 3 team, the Oklahoma Sooners. And it's Mississippi State engaging in some real trench warfare today. Inches are hard to come by, let alone first downs. A tight tactical game where just about anything could happen. Now over to your game inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium. We figured we'd be in store for a defensive stalemate. Instead, these two teams have moved the football on the ground. Kind of a throwback game, and I'm not sure there's any need to change it up in the second half. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
You know, we just went into half, and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with the Thundering Herd head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Guys, back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Thundering Herd. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. But I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect him. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
Georgia Southern has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 2nd down. Rushes on him. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Georgia Southern about to snap it on another 1st and 10.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run.
There's a crease. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Georgia Southern really efficient on offense. Pulls it in. It's Sanchez. Open space at the 25. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And I'm not surprised with the run, and I'm not going to be surprised if they run it again, right? This offense now set up. They put a drive together, 1st and goal. Who can be more physical? The line of scrimmage is critically important when the field starts to shrink. Let's see who can bow up and make a play here.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Motion from the wide receiver. Touchdown, Eagles! They take the lead here in the 2nd half. That touchdown was a clinic in keeping your offense on the field and wearing the other defense out.
Sometimes your best defense is your own offense. Being able to stay on the field. You're absolutely right, Reese. That was a clinic. Running the ball, playing at great rhythm and pace. QB making good, smart decisions and not shooting yourselves in the foot. No penalties, no turnovers. It doesn't get any better than that last drive.
The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. He'll throw on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Marshall will be forced to punt. Catches it at the 15. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Georgia Southern has it back, and here comes the offense again. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They go to the ground. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Bradshaw. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on that second down.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Trying to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 37. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless.
And down he goes. Tried to pick his way free, but the defense stumps him behind the line.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is...
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. Popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The run inside. It's Boston. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Keep it on the ground. He gets it past the chains, and it'll be a first down for Marshall.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
With the draw, it's Boston. Can't get him to the ground. A defense will converge, and out of bounds he goes at the 40. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Takes the handoff. It's Boston. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Ready. Red 18. Red 18. Go.
Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zone.
Caught, and he's got room. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. It's complete to the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Marshall! Looking for the time with the extra point. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. They'll give it to the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Running inside, it's Todd. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Eagles have their offense in high gear.
95, 96.
Might be changing the route.
Ready. One, sweep. Where did he go?
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. He's knocked down short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
And we've seen this several times now. Like, he is more than willing to take off and make plays. And you can tell the defense is starting to adjust a little bit. They see it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Upstairs to make the catch. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the offense is so close to the go-ahead score, they can smell it here in the 4th quarter. A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Eagles! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Eagles land a counterpunch.
Well, that's a great job by the offense responding after your defense just gave up a touchdown. But here's a situation where you want to go for 2 and make this a 9-point game. You kick an extra point, it's only 8, and the opponent, if they go down the field and score, could tie it up if they hit the 2-pointer. So I think the analytics in this situation are telling you, you want to go for 2.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. It's a 1-possession game in the 4th. On the run, it's Boston. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got the tight end. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary. Catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the 1st down. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and now just 1 point away from a tie.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
They get a huge play offensively, and now in this 2-minute situation, you got to think about clock management, right? When are we spiking the ball? We got to be throwing to the sidelines, get guys out of bounds, save some clock. We're trailing, but we've got a chance to win. We've just got to be smart with the clock management.
Obviously, that was important. Got to get the 1st down. Now we got to get some chunk plays, get this ball across the 50, and get in scoring position.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
I got to be honest. I know the defense respected this guy's running ability. I don't know, though, if they knew it was this good. He has been gashing them in this game with his legs, and already you're seeing the defense now make some adjustments to slow this guy down. They were able to get him to the ground. He's still got a couple yards, but this has got to continue for this defense. You know he is going to carry the ball.
Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Touchdown, Eagles! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The Eagles land a counterpunch. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. Time's running out, Jesse. They're in a world of trouble, but as long as you've got a few ticks, there's a chance.
And they've got a quarterback, David. Just going to have to come down to some good old-fashioned heroics, right? You can't take a sack. You're going to have to buy time, and you're going to have to make some incredible throws.
Buy some time and show off that cannon, because he's going to have to throw this thing a long way down the field and get really, really lucky.
Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Second down, they'll go to the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains. Got to have a touchdown right here, and this will be the final play of regulation. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the park each and every week, and that's what we've seen from this team now recently. They've got tremendous players, got an outstanding coaching staff. When they put it all together and they play with great effort, this team's tough to beat.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.